welcome to the 17th ever Moonwell news broadcast. I'm your host, Justin Cognito. If there are any stories that you feel should be included, please reach out and share them with me so I can include them in our next broadcast. For our first story tonight, boxing mayhem. Several figures fought someone known as Mike Tyson in the boxing ring in order to claim a belt trophy. The second place fight was turned by a fight between Jimmy and a random spider they found, presumably in the Dwarven mines. For our second story tonight, Spider-Man defends Moon Bay. Spider-Man fought off Sandy Mandy, who was causing trouble in Moon Bay. In the end, Sandy Mandy was apprehended and brought into custody. It is unclear how long they'll be serving behind bars. Now for our interview with Paladin Glimmerfrost. Thank you, future Justin Cognito. Alright, we're here with one of the Paladins today. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am, Tiffany Glimmerfrost, as most people know me, although my actual name is actually Fear Fiends.
Fear Fiends? Quite interesting. Why is it that you go by Tiffany? Just easier to pronounce?
Yes, it's easier for people to remember.
Alright. Fair enough. Now, to just break the ice, why don't you tell me what your favorite color is?
I like a good, light blue. It reminds me of my home up north, you see. It's quite snowy up there and icy.
Oh, you came from the icy land. Did you have to deal with polar bears a lot up there?
Oh yes, there's quite a lot of polar bears up there. It's quite, a problem, you see.
Fascinating. Now, tell me, do you have a quirky fact about yourself that you'd like to share? Maybe something related to your homeland and the frost up there.
So, I was out with a few mates this one time, you see, and we were out hunting, and one of my mates, they shot like this giant predatory cat. It's like, had this big tail that goes rawr, you know, the kind of thing. And one of my other mates, he got his bear, and he was also had a tail and it goes rawr. And I shot myself this 20-foot tall creature, and it had like a 9-foot long neck.
Oh,
and
my.
I call it a giraffe, but a lot of people don't believe in these giraffe things, you see.
Did you?
And unfortunately, yes, they're really bizarre things. Unfortunately, I couldn't actually show my mates, so they didn't actually believe me. Sadly, it fell off a cliff, you see.
Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Huh.
Exactly, yeah. Ugh.
I take it that's not a common beast up there, otherwise everyone would know about it. I wonder what else doing up
they're
there.
very rare up north. They're usually in much warmer areas, you see.
Interesting. Do you perhaps know somebody who would have been, bringing up strange animals, or is just kind of randomly there one day?
Honestly, I don't know. It's just randomly there one day. It makes for a good story, though, doesn't it?
Very, very interesting. Thank you. Now, what is your favorite deployment as a paladin?
There was one time there was all these birds in the grove, like ginormous birds. I'm talking like as big as this room, possibly. But thankfully, whichever one was it? I think it was possibly Adamar was with me. And we got our bows out and we armed those jimmies and we dealt with those ginormous man-eating birds. We just shot our arrows at them, gave them the old 1-2, you know. It was quite a legendary moment for both of us, I would have to say.
So I take it you like the jobs where you get to hunt down the foes of the GPO and protect the citizenry, take down terrifying beasts.
Yeah, definitely. I love catching all these big monsters and hunting them down. And then I like to have a good drink afterwards.
Oh, do you have a preferred beverage of choice?
Oh, I quite like ale. I'm a big fan of ale, though any alcohol is quite good with me. Like, I'm quite partial to a good wine, too.
Fair enough. Do you have anything else you want to tell our audience? And it's okay to say no to this.
Well, if you'd like to treat me to a drink, I'll always appreciate that. I do my best to do lots of hard work, so it would be nice to get something back from the Jimmies. But, I don't expect anything, of course, and honestly, if you want to drink yourself, I'm happy to treat all the Jimmies as well.
That's fantastic to hear. I hope the Jimmies of the land are. Well, we'll join you in celebrating a job well done after catastrophes have been averted.
Exactly, the more the merrier, as they say.
Fantastic. Thank you all for coming to this episode of Meet the Paladins. I look forward to seeing you in our next broadcast. Thank you, past Just Incognito. For our third story tonight, Brickton ablaze. The district of Brickton was set on fire by a mysterious phenomenon. The fire was even resistant efforts to put it out. In the end, with the combined efforts of Jimmies and Paladins, the fire was able to be put out with no damage to any buildings of value. For our fourth story tonight, a falsely labeled Sprinkles crate has greatly disappointed a local familiar. Our local demonic sea bunny located a crate labeled Sprinkles Crate and found it to be completely empty. We at Moonwell News encourage all Jimmies to properly label their storage containers. Now to Old Man Whammakers for the weather.
Thank you, Just Incognito. Today, once again, it's raining muck over at the slums. We have warm, clear skies over at Moon Bay. Another day of eternal darkness over at Dark Vale. It's sticky, goopy, and oppressive like it is every day over at Sticky District. Very cloudy over in Brickton since blocking out sun with giant business tower. In contrast to the Grove, which is bright and sunny. For now. Mana storm forming over Stoutshire, so careful, Timmy, what spells you're casting. Otherwise, you will fumble, or possibly get mauled to death. What do you mean it's Jimmy? That's dumb. It's Timmy. A tornado of goats forming in Goat Town. Hopefully that won't drift over to Dwarven District and combined with the... oh goodness. Storm of spiders that's currently in there, that will last up until about 4:30 a.m., after which they will skitter back into the mines. I don't know what series of events led to raining spiders, but yeah, that's currently a thing. But it's bright and sunny in Royal District. And finally, Brightvale, where thanks to a head-on collision of two airships in mid-warp, we have raining flaming debris. Get your umbrella. Oh, in breaking news, it is now partially cloudy over the Grove. Oh, wow, that just came full circle. Back to you, Justin.
Thank you, Old Man Whammakers. Thank you all for coming to this broadcast of Moonwell News. I hope you all come back next week to view our next broadcast.